All right, so we're back. Sorry for that little glitch. If you're here for the first time, you are absolutely welcome. So hey guys, what's happening? um can you see me? Yesterday we were talking and we're not done, so I'd really like for us to actually finish up on our discussions yesterday. I'm kind of feeling cold. So let me cover myself up. This is a midnight video and I don't know how many people are awake right now, but then let's get talking. You can see that I'm not really shouting because I don't want to feel like my neighbors are hearing me. But then this is one. Oh, it's 1 o'clock. I didn't even think about it. All right, so from where we stopped yesterday in our discussion, we were talking about the fact that the importance of eating healthy, or rather we're demystifying the myth of why people don't take eating healthy seriously, and we're also trying to bring to point how that it is important to eat healthy and ways in which you can eat healthy without breaking the bank. You can make reference to my live video, the very last video I made. Just check up on my playlist or go to the live button and then you see it. Is eating healthy expensive? It's packed full with, I said a lot of things. I started demystifying the myth that people feel or say or assume when you want to start eating healthy. Things like, for you to start eating healthy, you have to have so much money. Things like you have to be eating big, elaborate or fancy things to eat healthy, meaning that you have to do away with the regular rice you have or beans you have in your kitchen to start getting things like quinoa that is not like the normal average thing that a Nigerian man will just want to eat. I also spoke about a lot. I don't want to bore you in this video with conversations like that, but then again, anyway, I think I want to try doing this live video, with my back camera. I feel like it's a whole lot better. Hi guys, can you hear me? So sorry for the little break. I was talking about the fact that how that you have to take the things you eat very seriously. It is super important. It cannot be overemphasized. Um well, that's by the way. So now I want to I feel like let me not do that discussion about eating healthy. It's past midnight. Oh please, let's rest. Let's talk about something else. So um I won $1,000. Yes, I won $1,000. I won $1,000. Like recently, I'm talking about a week, 2 weeks ago. I won $1,000 from food. How do I put it? As a chef, from creating food, for being a content creator. So backstory to when I was going to start pursuing my career, as a chef and all. I always wanted to be a chef, yes, but a part of my head always felt like, okay, I just have to probably go to professional culinary school, learn how to cook, either open a restaurant and niche down to any part of food. But little did I know that there was now prior to that, when I was going to venture into food, I started following people from YouTube. I download food recipes from YouTube, watch their videos, people like I'm a Nigerian based food content creator and chef. So people like CCME, Delicious, If It's Kitchen, I soaked in their videos, YouTube videos, Sissy Jemima. I was constantly watching their videos. And so for some reason, after watching a lot of YouTube videos, I'll subconsciously, maybe when I'm cooking, you hear me say things like, hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Or hey guys, I want to be cooking, like that, like that. So I always did that. I didn't know that that was actually creating something inside of me that I did not know. So fast forward to when I was going to start. I started off in a baking school. I was learning how to bake and how to cook and all of that. Sorry, bake. And it was largely cakes. But somewhere in depth in my mind, I always had this thing for food. Like I always wanted to do food. So little by little, I started drifting to food. I started drifting to food until I completely moved from being just a cake vendor or a cake lover or whoever you know for that likes cake to food. And then when I was going to launch, I thought of, okay, I see a lot of people, creating recipes online and sharing. Let me start with it. Even though I didn't have, I had always wanted to do that, but I kept procrastinating. I would say, oh, I don't have space, oh, I don't have gadgets, oh, I don't have money for recipes. And I was postponing and I was always using school as an excuse. I said I was in school. I didn't want too much distraction. I was already a vendor. Creating content is a lot, but deep down one of my major challenge was, oh, aesthetics. I didn't have a very nice space or lightning or quality camera up until 2023 when I was done with school. Hey guys, if you're currently here, you're welcome. I'm just giving a backstory. I'll do a proper video of this and drop on my YouTube channel. But because you are live, it's midnight. I don't want to bore you guys with stories about food. I'm trying to let you guys know that I recently won $1,000, and I'm trying to break down as much as I can how I won it. So where was I? Yes. So fast forward to when I graduated from school, and then I had a little bit of money. Then I ordered for a tripod. Yes, I remember I ordered for a backdrop, a very small backdrop like this. I also ordered for then I ordered for little props, and then I started creating videos. um Let me see if I can find one of the videos I started with when I created. Meanwhile, if you're here and you're not following me, guys, please kindly go and follow me. please kindly go and follow me. So I started, this is one of the first videos I created. I had bought this backdrop, this white backdrop. I also bought this wooden, so those were like the things I got. And this was like a second video that I had done after done. I made this bread. One of the things I also got was an oven. Yes, I remember getting an oven. So I did that, and that was how I started with the money I had made from selling food while I was in school and cakes. That was the money. So I started creating recipes. So when I started creating recipes, that was like September last year. Then I would see that brands or different brands put up competitions. Maybe they say participate in this. I know all of that is to bring awareness to their brand. They will say maybe participate in this, do this and do that, or create a recipe with our product. Mostly that's it, create a recipe with our product. And then either they'll pick winners based on creativity or based on highest engagement. Now, prior to before I started this, I used to see things like this, and I always used to feel like, because I'm terrible when it comes to competing, I always tell myself, girl, you are not cut off. Or somehow I always felt like I was not so lucky. I would always almost not be picked. So like that. Then when I started, then I saw it, and oh, so this bread I made was actually for one of the competitions. That was even the first I participated in. It was a brand called Kerrygold. They are a milk brand, powdered milk brand. Yes, powdered milk brand. So they asked that you should use their milk to create with a 60 seconds reel, create a video and post it on your Instagram page. And then I think they were going to pick based on, I think, creativity or something. Now I've always preferred picking, especially as a small growing, content creator, someone on the IG space. In fact, largely on the online space, because once it comes to highest engagement, I'm like, where do I want to see people to be able to gather highest engagement? It's mostly people that have crowd and all that. So I always run away from anything that looks like highest engagement. I always pick things like creativity and all of the stuff, because I know that, yes, now I know that it's by merit. What I do is what they'll use to grade me. And so I decided to participate in that competition. That was when I made this bread recipe that I just showed you guys. Let me show you again. That was when I used their milk, and then I created this particular recipe you see. And guys, you will not believe it. So I made this recipe with it. I just want you to watch it and see. It's 60 seconds. It won't take your time, so kindly watch. So you can see me trying to always make sure that the brand product is there. That's the milk you're seeing right behind there. So just right in my mother's kitchen, I just brought some things down from one of her countertop, and then I stuck my backdrop to the wall because it was stickable, and then I used the other one as my background for the bottom, and then I set my plate, and then I baked this bread, and this was it, guys. Yeah, so this was the video. I did, and you would not believe it. When the results came in, I won. I won. It was so surreal. It was almost unbelievable. So we were 3 that were picked for best, and then they messaged me. I still remember they sent me a message a few days after, like, oh my god, so I can actually use this to start, because as a beginner, as a food content creator, you will really not be making any money at that point. Brands are not reaching out, maybe no collaborations, no promotions and all. So this was such an encouragement, because most of the time as a start out food blogger, you're giving out value and you're receiving nothing. You go to the market, you buy ingredients, create recipes, and nobody pays you for that. So this was such a big one for me. I can't lie to you guys. So I actually, if you're following me at this point, please click reply in the comment section that I'm with you. I would really appreciate that. Let me give you 1 minute to do that before I continue. And if you're not subscribed at this point, please kindly subscribe to my channel. You can see that we hit the 1K subscriber mark, so your subscription would really go a long way for me. You have no idea. So come back to our story where I said yes, I won. Guys, I won. They reached out to me and then they gave me 3 options. They said I should pick between, I think it was a hand mixer, a mini hand mixer, then a grill board, and what was the last one? The hand mixer, the grill board, and some other thing. I think I can't remember. So I didn't even know what a grill board was, but I knew what a stand mixer was. So I checked up on I had a stand mixer then, so I didn't want that. I checked up on the other thing, and then I checked up on the grill board. I checked for pictures and I saw it and I was like, okay, I was something similar though. It was not there. I was like, I think I'll prefer this is to go a long way. So I messaged them and told them. Now this was in Lagos. Now if you don't know, I'm currently filming from Lagos. I'm currently filming from Nigeria. And as at that time, I was in Kaduna, and the brand were in Lagos. Guys, it was like a PR package coming to me. Thinking about it now, they will build this package for me all the way from Lagos, and it arrived. It was even a doorstep delivery because the GIG logistics guy drove the bike and delivered it right to my doorstep. I just had to come out to pick up the package. It was such, I'll show you a video. I made a video. I always try to document. Thank you for liking this video. I really appreciate it. Please, if you are watching, please do give me a like. It will go a long way. So what was I saying? Yes, he delivered it. I made a video. Let me show you guys. I always try to document all of my growth process. You have no idea, because it always reminds me of where I started off from. I made a video of receiving the package and unboxing. It was so I think the video is on my TikTok. I can't really go to my TikTok right now, but let me show you guys what I used, what the grill looked like, because I used it to bake. So hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how to make grilled plantains. So you're going to clean your plantains, you're going to peel them and then make incisions on them like you see me do. Next up, you're going to make some pepper mix. I used some garlic, ginger, I used some paprika, some pepper, soya pepper, and some oil, and then I rubbed that thoroughly into my plantain to let it marinate in. Next, on my hot grill, I'm going to add my plantain inside, and I'm going to now this is the grill. This is what it looks like, and I used it for my plantain, guys. It has another compartment where I can boil water while I'm working on it, and it's an electric grill. It was so amazing, guys. I can't believe I got this for free. Like, the feeling is out of the world. If you've been there, you know how this feels. So that was the beginning of the journey, and ever since then I've been applying. Anytime I see things, I would apply. The next one, I want 20,000 naira. Yes, I created a recipe with I think Mr. Chef is a seasoning brand. Let me see if I have a video of that. I doubt if I have it here. Oh yes, I did. I did. I document. I did. So let me show you guys that one too. I made So looking at it right now, guys, I am in awe. I can't believe it. I've seen so much growth and so much transition from where I was, and it really, really is a big deal for me. You have no idea. I'm so grateful to God. So that was how the journey started. So all of these things were great encouragement for me. I always make sure that once I see an opportunity to participate, I'm always joining. And so it has been like that. If you follow me on Instagram, I have a section in my highlights button where I tag the wins. You'll see some of the wins that I've had from when I started 2020 September. Let me just say September 2023 to my first win was in October to today. And this is still October 2024. This is exactly 1 year. And you don't have an idea about the amount and the quantity of wins I have up until me getting $1,000. So a backstory of how so this is just my process through. Like I said, I'm going to do a formal video for YouTube on how I won. I'm going to take you guys through all these stories. But for now, let me just focus on how I won $1,000. So in the same light, I was in church. It was on a Sunday. That was last month, and we have like a little. It's not a clique, but we have a couple of us who are food bloggers who are also growing up in the food space, and we tend to participate in these competitions. So in one way or the other, we've been able to identify ourselves because we always see ourselves competing, and most times if someone wins or if we all win, we'll be like, oh, congratulations, congratulations. So like that, we started bonding online. So there's one of this lady who I'm like that with her online. She messaged me and said, okay, she sent me a link. I was in church. She sent me a link, and I don't know, I think I put on my data while I was in church, and then I checked up on it and I saw that UBA were doing a competition. It's an African competition, so it involved all African countries. And so it was actually a huge one and a very competitive one, I won't lie to you. And then the prize was 1,000. And this year's competition was that you had to create a local snack and a drink. That was it for a chance to win 1,000. And then when I was like, $1,000, that's a lot of money. And I was like, are you sure did they pay? She was like, yes, they paid, that they did it last year. And I was like, oh, okay, thank you so much. So the first thing I did, I also shared it with somebody. It was like, if there's a good news like this, then especially if someone shared it with me, I shouldn't be the only one to benefit from it. So I shared it with another of my colleague. Then I quickly went to UBA's page, and I was in church. I quickly went to UBA's page. I scrolled down, looked for their last year's competition and all, and I saw it. I checked up on the winners and I saw it. I was researching, all this thing was happening in church, and I started telling myself while I was in church. Now, I might be getting a little spiritual at some points, but you're going to have to excuse me. This is me. And I was like, God, I will win this. I can win this. I know I will win this. There's so much at stake. There's so much this money can do for me. I have come this far. I kept prophet and I said I would do this. I was a bit tensed because it was Africa. So I was like, God, the competition is going to be, I'm going to have people from Ghana, Cameroon, and every part of Africa competing for this. And there's going to be only 4 winners. And for somebody, like I said, who always felt like I'm not always lucky when it comes to competition, I always feel like they'll pick people and all of that. But this time around, my mind was so strong towards it. And then what happened? Yes, so I was super excited. And after church, I calmed down. After church, I went home, discussed with my family. Now, family, I'm talking about the few people I had around me. And I was like, oh, this is it. Oh, this is what I want to do. I want to participate in this. And they were like, oh, that's a good idea. And I was like, what will I cook? I don't even know what to make and all. And then I thought of, the first snack I thought of was awara. Awara is a northern Nigerian snack. Like I said, I'm from Nigeria. It's also called tufu. tofu. You can quickly check tofu or awara. I don't know what it's called in your region, but that's what we call it here, awara. I said, okay, I'll do awara. What drink will I make? I had a lot of ideas, but I wanted to do a drink that blends with that. I had kunu geda, I had tiger nut, kunu aya, I had kunu zaki. I actually wanted to do kunu zaki, but I changed my mind because I didn't want to do anything that would take me 2 days. You know, kunu zaki has to sit over the night, then the next day you filter. I was like, no, I didn't want to do that. It was too stressful for me. Plus, we had just a 1 week. We had just 1 week to submit. So I think it came out 2 to 3 days before I found out. So by the day I found out, that was on a Sunday. Submission was on a Thursday. Sunday was already scrapped out already. So I had just Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday to submit. So I had to tell myself, okay, I create on Monday. I create on Monday and Tuesday, because I knew I was going to need 2 days to do. Then I probably edit and post on Wednesday. That was the plan. So Monday came, woke up with so much faith and enthusiasm, went to the market, did my buying. I got back. Now, if you're just joining, I'm actually doing a breakdown of how I won $1,000 in last month from UBA Bank. You should be familiar with the United Bank of Africa. Yes, I won $1,000 from cooking. So that when I tell you that I am ChefTeelicious and this name has come to stay and make a mark in the world, I am not capping, I am not joking. The largest money I've ever made from cooking at a single time was 200,000 naira. So imagine that's less than $100. Imagine moving from less than $100. Okay, no, that's 200,000. That's more than, that's like almost, that's a little above $100. So imagine moving from like $150 to $1,000. The mark is so different, and that happened in the space of 8 months, 7 to 8 months. So when I'm telling you guys this story, I really hope you listen, because this is my story. So back to where I was. I went to the market, I bought everything, I came back, and let me see. Okay, I can't show you some of the clips because they are currently on the phone that I'm using to record right now. I'll show you some back clips of some of the creation and all of that. I started creating. I had a lot of constraint, I won't lie. At the point I had to be creating by myself, but then I got a little help, or not a little, I really got help and support. And I'm not good with scripting before I shoot a video. I don't know why. I just feel like because scripting has to do with writing, and I hate writing. As much as I can, I try to avoid writing. So I scripted. So I don't script, I walk off my head, think of angle, positioning, and all of that. So I did all of that, and I started, shooting. By the first day of shooting, I did the video of how to make the, okay, because the awara, one of the process of the awara is that you have to soak it. So I had to soak it overnight. So I did a clip of the video where I had to do the soaking part. Then, but for the first day, I made the zobo. Yes, for the first day, I made the zobo. Then the second day, I did the awara video. By the time I did that, that was in 2 days, a whole lot. I will give full details of everything in my full form video. Please do check it out. That's why you should be subscribed. Not just subscribe, turn on the notification bell, so you'll be the first person to see that video when I drop it. Thank you. Did the shooting first and second day. By the third day, I started editing and all, and I posted the video on Thursday late morning, if I'm not wrong. So I posted it. There were a lot of people who had posted. I had seen some people's entries, and my mind was like so there was a step I took in that process that I would not want to spill out here in the video. I'll do it in the long form video that I took, that I believe like that was like my biggest strong reason for winning. So I did that. I saw a lot of people, but I believed. I held God and I said, God, I'm winning this. I posted, then I started soliciting for people to, I wanted to have engagement to probably boost my video so that they will see it, because there were a lot of people. What is the assurance that no matter how good my video is, they will see it? Maybe because of how they have so many more people like that. I'm tired of talking. All right, so let me try to round up because I'm tired. So I what was I saying? What was I saying, guys? Please remind me. So yes, I posted and I started soliciting for engagement. I got a few people who, started pushing. One of the things that God, the way God outdid himself for me, I knew I was confident. Even though that day was not, but I was confident. It was the way I saw people who would normally not really, even people who I didn't really have close connection with, they turned up for me. They took it personal, and they were pushing. So one of the first steps was that they were going to select the first 10. So among the whatsoever 1,000 or 10,000 people that sent their entries, they will pick just 10 people to move to the final stage. So getting to that 10, as I prayed, I held God to his word. I really trusted God. And the good thing was that the final day for the entries came, and then they closed the entry, and then they said the next day they will release the top 10. They even gave it time. My heart was beating. It was 3 o'clock WAT, 3 p.m. WAT, that they said it was going to be out. And I was like, hey God, hey God, hey God. And so by the time it was close to that, so throughout that day, my mind was just, hitting. So by the time it was like 2 o'clock, I was like, God, I don't even want to be there when they start releasing, because I will be my mind will be beating too much. So by the time 3 o'clock came, I told myself I wouldn't log in into Instagram, because one thing I knew is that they'll be posting the videos one by one. They can't post everything once. So, and I told myself, if I keep seeing videos one by one and they are not mine, my heart will be beating, and my faith, I'll begin to question my faith and all. So I said I will not log in till 4 p.m. So I said the best way to distract myself was to be praying. So I started praying. God knows that I was praying. I was like, God, please, God, do this one for me. By 3:30, I was like, God, let me just check. Guys, by the time I checked, by that time, they had posted 7 people's entry. 7 people, right? Yes, they had posted 7 people's entry. I didn't see my own. I didn't see my own. I was so sad. But my faith, I was holding on to my faith. At some point, the devil started giving me ideas that, what if you didn't make it and all of that. But I was just holding on. And then the 8th person's own dropped, and it was not mine. Oh my God! The lady who sent me the link, her video dropped. I was so happy for her. Some of the people who had also predicted that they will be picked were actually picked, and then the 9th video dropped, and it was mine. Guys, God waited till the 9th video to let them put my own. I could not shout. Like, I was shouting, but you could not hear my voice. I was in my room. I was jumping. I just dropped my phone. I was jumping and I was crying. I was jumping and I By the time I jumped repeatedly and cried, I was sick. Like, I had serious headache. I was jumping and crying and declaring God's faithfulness and God's word over my life. It was making it to the top 10 in such a big competitive space for somebody who is not averagely the lucky type. Ha! I knew this was I knew this was not luck in any way. I knew God came through for me. Like, you have no idea. I screamed, guys. Now all the scream, it was not audible. I was screaming, I was shouting, I was so happy. I was declaring God's goodness, God's fruitfulness, God's word over my life. So that was how I made it to the first thing. Like I said, full video will be dropping, so make sure you subscribe and turn up your notification bell so you always see when I drop that. Fast forward to that day, past that day, and then to make it to the first 4, it's now going to be based on highest engagement in one way or the other. I'll explain more, highest engagement. So I knew I had to start pushing. I knew that I know I don't really have engagement, but I trusted God. I started reaching out to people, I was like, God, you have to do this for me, and I'm seeing you doing your own part. Let me do my own part. Let it be that I did my part. Now, this is a good side about even the competition. Just making it to the top 10, because the total grand prize was $5,200. Just making it to the top 10 qualifies you for a $200. But if you make it to the top 4, then you have $1,000. I was aiming for $1,000, guys. I needed to move. I want to get gadgets. I want to get utensils. I want to be giving you guys better qualitative content and all. I really needed this. This was why I was pushing for it. It wasn't like I wanted to buy clothes or get money to buy a car. No, that was not even it. So I started pushing for engagement, reached out to people. I took bold steps. So I reached out to big influencers that I know that might not respond. I didn't want to know. I trusted God that one way they would respond. I got like 2 people who responded, and it really, apart from my friends, family that pushed for me. By the time the deadline for the whole engagement thing came up, I think I was like between the 3rd, 4th, or 5th. Let me say 4th or 5th. 3rd. Yeah, let me say 4th or 5th. 3rd, 4th, or 5th. Between them, I was not first. I was not second. But between 3rd, I was circling around those 3 numbers. So, and I was praying. I said, God, do this for me. It could still be that. Somewhere I just knew that winners are always picked. Because when I looked at last year's winners, it just made me feel like, I don't know, but somehow it's like God has to do this thing for you. And so beyond what I did, of course I'll do my part in the physical, but I was holding on to the spiritual word that God had given me. If you want to hear it, make sure you subscribe and turn on your post notification, because when I post that video, you will totally be, you really rejoice with me. And so, guys, the day came and I was picked. I sat on the ground for a while. I could not pray. I could not do anything. I was just saying, ow. I was just saying, ow. I could not even cry this time. I could not believe that God single-handedly picked me up for $1,000 reward. Like, where? And I know my story. I know how God works with me, and up till today, have I received the money? Of course. And don't worry, it will soon show. And I mean, guys, I am so grateful. So grateful to God, so grateful to process, so grateful to myself, so grateful to my family, my subscribers, my lovelies, and you who is currently on this live watching me. Thank you. I feel like you could have scrolled. I've been, since I've been live, I've had like, at least there's always somebody who has been watching this live video, and I do not take it for granted. I've been on for probably maybe over 30 minutes or more, and I've had people on this live, and I don't take it for granted. As I prepare to draw the curtain for the night, I just want to tell you thank you so much for believing in me. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for liking my videos. Thank you for watching them. Thank you for dropping good comment and even constructive criticism. I don't take it for granted, and I promise to give you guys better values. If you feel like you have something you want me to drop on my channel, or you have advice for me on how to grow, how to do better, you're totally welcome to share. I would accept it with all of me. I don't take this for granted at all, at all. So I want to wait till maybe 2 p.m. to close this live, but I'm tired of talking. So if you are not tired of looking at my face, then you can probably just stick to the end of this video. Don't you know I'm still standing better than I ever did, looking like a true survivor. I'm living like a little kid, and I'm still standing after all this time. I'm picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm-mm-mm. I'll still be live tomorrow, so I hope to see you. Same time, same station. No, not same time, probably during the day. And I hope to see you. I should be cooking by then, and it will be such a delight to have you on board. So please make sure you turn up for your girl. And I'll see you. I can't wait. I don't think I can wait for another 15 minutes, guys. I don't think I can wait for another 15 minutes. So I'll be closing this live right now so it doesn't get boring. Take care.